Hey guys, it's me, Aego here. Hi. Hello. Today, I decided to do something interesting. So yeah, I decided to do a review on stuff that I bought maybe 2 years ago. But upon looking at them, it appears that they sell a lot of products that looks just like the ones from well-known cosmetic brands. Since I also have all the palettes from a specific brand, I decided to go ahead and buy those similar looking ones from AliExpress to do a comparison. Are you familiar with the notorious Etude House's Play Color Eyes palettes? Etude House has released numerous different palettes for their Play Color Eyes line, and AliExpress apparently carried the same ones. Since not all of them were the same, I decided to get a couple of palettes which looked identical to some of the palettes I had. Upon comparing them, they matched the Café, Wine Party, Juice Bar, Ice Fan, and Cherry Blossom palettes from Etude House's Play Color Eyes line. Taking a look at the box packaging, I wasn't able to tell which palette was which, so I had to take the palettes out to check. After going over them, the products I brought from Ali matched as follows. Number 1, Juice Bar. Number 2, Cherry Blossom. Number 3, Café. Number 4 didn't look similar to any of the palettes I have. Number 5, Ice Fan, and number 6, Wine Party. I went ahead and bought all of them thinking they would match all of them those from Etude House, but apparently one of them didn't. I got goosebumps when I saw how the design of them were so similar straight from the case. When looking at the composition of the colors, they also felt very similar, but I guess that they were unable to completely follow the original one. I think the colors of the Etude House's palette are overall neater and better organized. Overall, the texture of the matte, shimmer, and glitters were similar. Etude House's glitters are moist and applies with great adhesion, but Ali's have a smooth finish and the glitter particles are a bit more subtle and smaller when compared to Etude House's. Since I can't really tell for sure by just looking at them, I'll group the similar look palettes with each other and swatch them on my arm. First, in the Café palette. The design of the box between Etude House's and Ali's is different, but when taking the product out, you can see that the coffee bean picture design and the location of the cup logo are the same. The case of Etude House's palette has roasted coffee bean color, giving it a cafe-like feel, while Ali's is black. The colors of the eyeshadow seems to be a bit similar, but when actually applied, the formulation seems to be a bit different. These are how the colors look when applied. On the top are the colors from Etude House, and the ones on the bottom is from Ali. The colors from Etude House seems to be a bit more warm and muted, while Ali's feel a bit grayish. Another difference I spotted was that Etude House's first color is a shimmer, but Ali's is a matte. Lastly, Etude House's glitters feels much brighter, but Ali seems to be closer to the shimmery side. Next is the Juice Bar palette. Ali's box had a similar feel with the Etude House's for this one, so I was able to recognize it at a glance, but Etude House's is much brighter color. Taking the palettes out of their boxes, Ali's case feel a bit more pink. Looking at the color composition, it's really similar, but I think there are some colors that are slightly different in terms of the texture and colors of the glitter. I applied them on my arm. Likewise, on the upper row we have Etude House and the lower row we have Ali's, and as you can see, they actually feel very similar. When looking at the glitter shadows, they all have the shimmer-like texture, so this was indeed different. All in all, I think that the colors from Etude House's are more vibrant and brighter, so they seem to feel closer to Juice. Next is the Cherry Blossom palette and its dupe. The box of this dupe also carries a similar feel to the one from Etude House, so I was able to recognize it at a glance, but I think Etude House's has a much brighter pink color and a clear filling. When I opened the lid to take a look at the color composition, it was smashed like this when I got it delivered from Ali. I mean, yeah, you know what, if it's just one palette, I can understand as things can happen, but when most of the palettes end up arriving like this, it really hurts. Etude House's colors seem to be a bit grayish, and the bright colors reminds me of flowers. Ali seems to have bright colors too. This palette also looks quite similar, but personally, I'm not sure if it's because of this color among Ali's colors, but I think it feels deep. I think people are looking for a lot of cool tone eyeshadow palettes these days. Personally, I thought that this palette would also be good to use as a cool tone palette. Although some of the colors appear the same, the texture of those colors were a bit disappointing. Next we have the Ice Fan palette and its dupe. This palette also comes in a similar packaging. Etude House's is slightly more light blue and has a different design on the side. When looking at the color composition, the color looks the same, but Ali feels a bit vivid, while Etude House's palette feels softer and cooler. Having swatching on both Etude House's and Ali's, I found that some of the colors from Ali's palette didn't go on well. The matte shadow at the very end didn't apply on well as if it was coated. And if you look at this minted color glitter shadow on the Etude House palette, it has a glitter texture that reminds me of ice, but Ali just had a shiny shimmer texture. Next for the last duo, the Wine Party palette. The design of this palette is also similar to Etude House's. This palette actually threw me in for a loop as the colors felt the closest to the Etude House one amongst all the other palettes I got. Etude House has an overall matte feel and Ali has a glossy plastic feel. I was really surprised as soon as I opened the palette. All of the Ali seem to have the same shimmer formulation except for the 2 to 3 colors. Can you feel just by looking at it? I tried applying it on my arm and can you see the difference? Personally, I think the color composition of this Wine Party palette is the most subtle and pretty among the Etude House's Play Color Eyes palettes. The Etude House palette has large size glitter that can give points, but the palettes I bought from Ali all had shimmer, so I thought it'd be a bit difficult to use in creating points. But personally, I think it'd be difficult to imitate the original one, but the shimmer texture of this palette I bought from Ali wasn't bad. It was actually pretty nice how the color applies on so smoothly. So I've gone and compared some authentic and knockoff palettes. When I first saw these products online, I was so fascinated. They looked so much like the real deal that they gave me goosebumps. But unless when I finally was able to try them out, they weren't really the same. Yeah, I guess there's no way for them to be able to catch up the original product. Well, all in all, I got them because I thought they'd be fun to review. Ali really does sell a lot of interesting things from cosmetics, fashion, automobile equipment, machinery, hair products, wigs, and even adult goods. Yeah, that being said, I really like Ali because of all the strange things they carry. And not to mention they're cheap. Anyway, if I talk more, I don't know what other dumb things I start spurting out, so I'll finish the video here. This was a very brief, real and fake comparison video. So my video is still here. Thank you for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe, press the like buttons, and please leave some comments for me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.